Hello, everyone. Gary Graves here to talk about more Dead by Daylight killer ideas. This is part 2 of that series, and I'm happy to show you some characters that I thought of. The first character that I thought of was a undead pirate, like this picture right here. He would have a zombie-type bird to scout out the area, and also a flintlock for range, kind of like the Death Slinger, kind of. But an actual bullet. I think this will actually work out really well for like a more sea-ish type chapter. So yeah. Next up is Pharaoh. Pharaoh would be good if they could place like onks down, for like slow down sand areas. Maybe even like summon like sand things, like sand waves, kind of like Dracula. Or the Dark Lord if we want to talk about Dead by Daylight. I feel like he would work as Mori. Maybe the ceiling in a coffin, probably. And they do become a mummy. Alright, next up's a spider guy. I had this other idea for this one. Like this skeleton connected to like this spider. Or this man connected to this spider. He had a bag full of skulls. His name would be the Skull Collector. He would collect skulls. And his Mori would be to disintegrate you and put your skull in a skull bag. Yeah. He would have a cave map. Since his powers would be probably like webs. Probably like crawling on the ceiling and stuff. Like lunging on the sides of the house. Pretty spooky. Shapeshifter. This would be an amazing idea. If you like have like a survivor. Him become like a survivor and all that stuff, then yeah, this is your go-to. Next up's the Siren. I feel like this would be a great idea, particularly since it's a sea-ish type character. Her power would probably be to lure people in with her like voice and stuff, since that's what sirens are. Her power would be something to do with like luring you in and then biting your head off. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. If she would sink under the ground and then swim back up, like, as her power. I think I talked about this one already, but I would love to see, like, a gladiator killer. I think I talked about him yesterday. It was an Iron Maiden type guy. He would have this huge blade covered with chains, and he'd have to wear an Iron Maiden helmet. I think this would be a really good idea. It would have, like, a power to, like, hook you in, basically. It would do massive damage. His Mori would probably be to summon his other citizens or like summon a tiger of the arena to attack. So yeah. Next up was like a marionette type character. I feel like this would work. All I went for is more like the comical like Slappy dolls. Like the long arms so they can stretch like strings. Like they attach strings to his arms. Those hands can come out like strings to reach and grapple. He would have like a big giant pair of scissors in his hands. I think his whole thing would be to cut you for some reason or like turn you into a puppet. Next up's a jester. Or second to last is like a jester's type character. I would love a jester character which can use like playing cards, magic stuff to kill you with. His Mori would be something about performances. Like, I think for one of the powers, he could put you in a box. And that Mori would be, he'll cut you in the box, thinking it's the magic trick, but you turn out to be dead. And then he just cuts the camera. I think the other Mori would be something about snapping the neck of the survivor. But, yeah. And last up, Grim Reaper. I would love a more cloaked Reaper design that doesn't show the skeleton face. I don't know what his power would be, but it would be a teleport of some sort. His Mori would be definitely stealing the souls of all other people. And, I think that's it. For at least right now. Although I do wish we can get like an original alien character, which I will be talking about right now. Or like a space overlord. Something to do with aliens, killing them and whatnot, which would be pretty cool thing. Maybe a laser ray or like a mind control thing to lure people in, kind of like how the siren worked. And, let's talk about more about the Grim Reaper concept. His whole idea would be to steal the souls of others for his things. So the more souls he collects, the more powerful he becomes, I think, which would be a great idea. So be less powerful and then become more powerful each second. So it would take like a lot more to do. I don't know, that's probably a bad idea, probably. Let's do something to do with souls. He'll have like a teleport ability, kind of like how the nurse is, where he can like go through stuff, since the classic, you cannot escape death. He definitely would have like a plague doctor skin. I could definitely see that. And yeah, these are the original character concepts that I have today. And probably the last part too, because I can't think of anything. So yeah, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.